from Abbotsford, British Columbia. Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. John Abbott, Bob McGill bringing you the Toronto Marlies and Abbotsford Heat. The Marlies with a 2-1 series edge after back-to-back victories. And we'll get to tonight's starting goaltenders. Ben Scrivens for Toronto with a record of 5-1, a .939 save percentage, and a league-best 1.68 goals against average in the playoffs. Danny Taylor for the Heat back in. He has a 4-1 record, a .921 save percentage, 2.22 goals against average. Toronto has held possession in the early goings. Hamilton to Scott. Comes in to Ryan Hamilton and stopped by Taylor as the Marlies get an early opportunity. Game picking up now in the dying moments of period number 1. Wrist shot from Mikus. Deflects out in front. Stopped by Taylor. Loose puck. And it's underneath of Danny Taylor, who somehow finds a way to dive on top of that one as Toronto converges on the front of the Abbotsford goal. As the final minute sounds in period number 1. Pad stop Scrivens. He robs Estoclay in front. What a save with that left leg. Geispers back to Gardner. Gardner, high point, now to Mueller. One-timer, throws on goal, stop, rebound, Dupuis sends it through the goal crease. Penalty over, Desbiens back on. Toronto some good opportunities, but can't find the back of the net. Now Deschamps is leveled with an elbow as Desbiens comes out of the box. Can he hit him square in the side of the face with an elbow?
Well, just after the penalty, and here it is right here. You're going to see Deschamps doesn't see him coming either. Oh, yeah, that's an elbow, his left elbow right into the head of Nicholas Deschamps. Catches him right in the face shield.
Toronto again coming close as Scrivens whiffs on this one. He's fortunate Jessamine wasn't in much tighter, but it is still a turnover. Now they score! Thrown on goal, and the Heat will open up Game 4. 1-0, they take the lead in period number 2.
The Marlies turn it over in the corner, and an innocent-looking shot from the half wall, and Jessamine standing about 3 feet out in the front of the blue ice, and the Abbotsford Heat open the scoring. 10:31 to go here in period number 2.
And again it comes to Jessamine, blocked there by Holzer. Felt that one off his back leg. It'll bounce to Dupuis. 2-on-1 shorthanded for Toronto. Joined by Acton. Dupuis skates in, fires, stopped by Taylor, who Dupuis got to drag to the middle of his crease but couldn't pick the corner. Heat changing on the fly. Right wing side, it's Greg Scott. His shot, a hard one, he scores! A quick goal in the third off a bullet shot from Greg Scott. Ties the hockey game at 1.
Well, Greg Scott finally gets his first goal of the playoffs. He's had tremendous amount of opportunities, and he picks up this puck in the neutral zone, a full head of steam, and he lets loose a big wrist shot, and it's over top of the glove of Danny Taylor.
And Greg Scott, with just a shot on net, will change the game for Toronto as they're on the board in the third, tied at 1. Kadri to Mueller, driving to the net, and it's in behind Taylor, but he will find it with the goal stick as Danny Taylor is shaking in his boots a little bit. Walter in, holding the line, Jessamine, and he's actually been credited with the first Abbotsford goal. Mikus picks it off. Scott, shorthanded breakaway coming in from the left wing boards. Throws it on. He scores! What a goal from Greg Scott. His second of the period. Shorthanded, he gives Toronto the lead.
Jiri Mikus with an excellent pass as he sees Scott coming. He gets enough on it, and Scott in alone. He fakes to the backhand, and he pulls to the forehand and between the legs of Danny Taylor. And just like that, the Marlies grab the lead on a shorthanded marker.
Sylvester in the corner to the left of Scrivens. Sylvester plays it to Byron. His shot stops. Scrivens rebound stopped again, and Scrivens will pull this one back to his glove as Ben Scrivens shuts the door.
Well, Ben Scrivens is in the zone here, no question about it, and 35 saves in this hockey game now, and he's been especially sharp here in period number 3.
Net is empty, 6-on-5. Toronto clears the zone, back with it, Walter. Shot goes through Scrivens, but it squeaks out the other side, and now the Heat want to delay a game call, but Toronto dodges a bullet as it knuckles through the body of Ben Scrivens. The Heat find it. Now here's Greg Scott looking for the hat trick with an empty net. Greg Scott will finish this one off. A natural hat trick for Greg Scott. All 3 in the third ensures a Toronto victory in Game 4. It'll be slapped to the Toronto zone. Geispers will clear and then knock down his oar. They don't hear the whistle. Now Carson comes up throwing.
It's Desbiens.
Oh, it's Desbiens on Orr. These two have had it out. As Desbiens comes up throwing on Colton Orr. He has no choice but to engage.
Yeah, Orr wants to get the helmet off. There we go.
And Orr's got the right hand ready. Left jabs from Desbiens. Game 4 is going to go out with a bang here. Colton Orr with a right-hander. has little room to work with as he's tied up. Couple of rights for Orr. Desbiens pins him against the glass, gets the left in. Now Orr returns with a right to the back of the head. Orr another right. Orr continuing to try and get that right hand free. Hits him in the ribs. Orr now with an over-the-top right. Again up against the glass. Desbiens switches. They return rights. Big over-the-head right. Misses, and Orr lands on top of Desbiens and gives him an extra right for good measure as those two come together late in Game 4. 7 seconds left in the third. Hamilton scoots it through center. Puck will roll in the Abbotsford zone, and time will come to a close. Toronto wins their third straight in round 2 and take a 3-1 series lead with a 3-1 finish in Game 4, all three from Greg Scott.